Okay, this is the fourth video today. I haven't got to any of the kit yet, but I'm going to get to it in this video. I'll just really quickly state last words until we get into the Minuteman video proper. Okay, my last words on this camouflage are that I've got tiger stripes for spring, summer, and I've got tiger stripes for autumn, winter. And I also have coyote brown, and I have multi-scam. I call it multi-scam because everybody thought it'd be good for the woods, but it wasn't. But you dye that apple green. You take RIT dye and you dye your multi-scam apple green, and it, got to be careful. It can get a little dark if you're not careful with it. But if you get it to where it's like the lighter apple green, that's better. I've got some stuff in that. This bush hat is dyed multi-scam, and of course I've got some olive drab kit, which you will see here in a second. So I bought some of this 1000 denier material. This is urethane coated. They say it's coyote brown, right? Okay, so this is mil spec 1000 denier. It's just like a yard. I bought it to make some small stuff. One small thing that I'm gonna make is I'm gonna make a pouch for my Coleman 502. Now the thing is, you're gonna say, well, that's a big honking stove, right? Yeah, that's a big honking stove. That's heavy. Blah blah blah. Okay, but the thing is that all my fuel is contained in here that I can get. I could probably get a week out of this, okay, without having any extra fuel, because most of the stuff probably just going to be heating, okay, rather than cooking. It's sturdy, okay. The 502 is a pretty sturdy unit. It's actually made to be packed, okay. Back in the day, they did talk about how this was a nice compact stove for, going out and so forth. This one's from the late 60s, and anyway, so this operates on generally on white gas. People have thrown unleaded in them with no ill effects. You want to run white gases, here and there to keep it clean, right? To keep the generator running. Anyway, I got an extra generator. I got a bunch of extra Coleman parts for all of my stuff. And so anyway, I do have an extra generator for this. And it's ready to go. But I want to take that 1000 denier there, and I want to make myself a nice small pouch that I could put it in and secure it, maybe with a couple other little things. Okay, that will go in my rucksack. So when we talk about when we start talking about in our Minuteman series, we'll be talking about the different layers of kit, right? So some people call those lines. Your first line, your second line, your third line, so on, right? So anyway, we'll talk about all of that when we get to Minuteman stuff, right? Talking about your clothing, and then we'll be talking about your fighting kit, and then we'll talk about your sustainment level, which is going to be your rucksack, right? So we'll be talking about all of those things. Incidentally, I have been working on a spring summer setup. So I don't like this belt. I don't know when they came out with this particular belt, but I really don't like this belt. I don't like this buckle. So this may be just like a rough draft for my spring summer, and then I may transfer it over if I could find another earlier cartridge belt, war belt, right, with the metal buckle. I'm gonna have to end up transferring everything over. I haven't bothered to do some things on here yet because of that. So like tying these grenade wings back with paracord, I got a particular way I do that. So I don't like to cut something off. You cut something off, you can't just tape it back on, right? So you just tie it up out of the way. So I got a couple power bar pouches here, right? Put my power bars in there if I need. So got the knife. So I've had this knife sheath a very long time. I made this drop down adapter yesterday. So there's an adapter on here that I attached the knife to, and that goes up here. It's not really done yet because this webbing is kind of floppy. I'm gonna sew an extra layer of webbing on that. I can take it apart, sew extra webbing. So anyway, this is a Spec Ops sheath. I gotta find a leg strap. I built a leg strap for it at one time. I gotta find that and get that back on there. And then I built this. So this right here is a bit of elastic. It covers like that. So I just push that down, and then I can unsnap that. When I have the leg strap on, I can just grab this and unsnap it. And then the leg strap holds my sheath in place. So the way I draw this knife, if I need it, is I just kind of pull it out like that to the side a little bit, and then draw it out. Now the leg strap would have kept that down there, but that way I could just like push out and pull and then thrust. Because when you're in that situation that you need to use this, you got to be familiar. You got to be familiar with how it's going to work. So I just push out slightly, pull, the leg strap holds it in place. I pull it and then straight in, right? So you could also pull it out and take it through their side, kidneys, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that little cover there, that little cover keeps this from accidentally unsnapping. And I've got this sheath in particular. I used a heat gun or hot water. I think I used boiling water on this one to soften it up, and I kind of molded it to this knife. So it's pretty stout in there, so it won't just slide out. But the thing is that spring, summer, you're moving through some thick stuff, right? You're moving through some thick stuff, some foliage, and you don't want your knife to go missing, right? So you don't want that to accidentally get unsnapped and then your knife to go missing. So I just created this to cover that. Alright, so it keeps it from snagging on something and getting unsnapped. Alright, so I can just push it down and then like that, and then, okay, so if you're going into a situation where you're going to be, you definitely know that you're going to be in, you have contact, and you may be in close quarters situation, and you might have to go to close quarters combat, then you want to like set yourself up ahead of time by dropping that down and getting it ready. Okay, getting your blade ready for action. All right, so just leave that there for now. So I got 2 power bar pouches here, right? See, I don't like that. That's all that clicking and stuff. I don't like that. So these, this is an old school H style harness. So this is like about 60 years old or so. It's pretty old. It still works. This I put on there temporarily. This is temporarily. This is a Swiss Army knife. That's there temporarily. I just kind of filling up some real estate to get a feeling for some stuff. This big pouch here, that's going to come off. I need something slightly smaller. I want to put another IFAC pouch, but the only thing that you could find in a blowout pouch nowadays is Coyote Brown. So, you know, I was looking for one, Eagle Industries IFAC / blowout pouch like my other one on my Brown rig, but can't find them. You can't find them. So I saw one in Multi-Scam, so I thought, well, it's pretty high though. It's pretty expensive, and I don't know if I want to go with that. It's like double of the Coyote Brown ones. It's like double the price. And I thought, well, maybe if I'd get Coyote Brown, and I'd just, you know, paint it, right? Paint it green or whatever. I don't like doing that, but if you have to do it, you have to do it. The goddamn Multi-Scam, I would have to dye it. Probably. I don't know, I'll look at it. So, some of the new Multi-Scam's different. I think they call it, OCP Scorpion or something now. That's different color. They knew that they made a mistake. They knew that they screwed up, right, with multicam, and they changed the coloring. So now what? So yeah, I need to get that IFAC. It's expensive though. I don't know if I want to do that. You'll notice that my canteens are way back there, and I'm going to tell you why real quick, because I'm running out of time again. I'm going to tell you why. Is because with the modern invention of the bladder bags for water, you know, I consider those for when I'm at rest, not for when I'm on the move. So I put my canteens back there. Those are for, you know, when I'm at rest and I'm going to go ahead, maybe make a hot drink or something like that. I'm not moving anymore. So I can sit down somewhere, take off my web kit, maybe get in my butt pack or get stuff out, get something to eat, something to drink. You know, yeah. Alright, come back in another one. We'll come back in video 5. Amazing, huh? See you there.